Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of the Tower of Time. We've defeated the water elemental and got the water crystal down here on the magic training grounds. We're going to have to go through a bunch of different elemental challenges, but we've still got a little bit of area to explore in this water section before we move on. Part of that being this small chest over here that we've come to find in the water caverns. It's a helmet and some money. How are we doing on money? Oh, we've got lots of money. Let's go back to town and see if we can do any level ups quickly. Right, in the Mage Tower, we can only go up to level 7 at the moment. In the Armory, we can only go up to level 7 as well. We can get Rackham up to level 7 now. That's going to be worth it. Right, so in the barracks, there we go. Rackham, you've been at level 4 unnecessarily. We could have moved you up before now. I am so sorry. We're going to give you 2 level ups right now. So we'll get both of those done and then straight in to the keep to see what we can do. Right, in terms of where most of your stuff is, we've gone for skill power mostly on you. If we get one more might, that will give you the armor penetration and magic penetration, so that's smart for us to just do that. If we get speed up to 10, that gives a bit of skill cooldown. Probably worth doing that as well. You've got a good amount of health, so let's just put the other points into mastery. And we'll go ahead and approve that. Right, what new skills do we have access to? At level 6, Path of Flames. Runs along a drawn path, leaving flames in his wake. So he has to actually run along it. That seems a bit pants. Wait, would he cause an explosion as he goes along with that? That doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, I think we'll leave Path of Flames and we'll just focus on stuff that we've already got. So we can increase the damage of Fire Barrage. We can make the Fireball better. Ooh, get it to do 120 burning damage after it's gone off. Or we make it do daze. Let's make it do daze. Although, actually, having that burning duration I think will be more useful just because of the amount of damage that goes out with it. Blinding Flash. It is kind of a useful get away from everything skill, so we'll have that as a maybe. Question is, do we go for more length or more air damage? Yeah, there we go. No threat generation, more air damage. That feels solid. Rackham, you are upgraded. Let's get back into the tower. Back on the magic training grounds. So there's still one more character that we haven't found. Hey, this counts as a secret area. Interesting. It's not particularly secret. I suppose we did need to navigate around to get to it. We've got a scroll down here, and an ancient forge, so opportunity to upgrade an item. And a note. It's an expedition note. I cast the day that Lorraine convinced me to join this expedition. We managed to negate the force field, but it was only temporary and snapped shut behind us. We've been battling the armoured beings ever since. True, we needed to evaluate this threat, but we were secure on the level below. We had time. We should have prepared better, sent more forces. I was wounded. My power source is depleted. I crawled to this lever, hoping that if I could reach it, some kind of door would close and keep me from these golems. I pulled it, but nothing happened. My mech is standing guard over me, yet its force has almost been spent under the onslaught. Lorraine went ahead to scout this strange area and look for an exit, either up or down. It doesn't really matter anymore. I'll wait for her here, and she'll come for me as promised. And I'll finally tell her about my feelings for her. Oh, my sweet green-eyed Lorraine, come back soon. I feel so weak now. What's this? More people lived in this place before? I hope they died with honor and found peace. That's kind of a grim thing to say. Well, quite the opposite. Nearly everyone we've met in this place is trying to kill us. If they are dead and at peace, that means they're no threat to us on the completion of my lord's task. Would you look at that? Another walking machine. Now that is a true marvel. I wonder how it operates. The note says it's powered by some unspecified means. Let's look around and see if we can find it. Ah, dwarf. We should find the power source. Would you know how to use this machine? Nah, at the moment. But if I were to tinker with it for a while, I'm sure I can figure it out. Time is the one thing we don't have, Chief. Let's continue on. Maybe we'll find more machines like it. Who knows, maybe even one will be operational. Aye, lassie. Good point. I don't doubt more of its kin await us, but if not, I'm returning here after we've reached the bottom. I won't leave such a beauty, inoperable or not, to rust in a place like this. Let's have a look and see what we've got. We've got some gold, we've got a lesser scroll for a bit of water resistance. Let's give that straight to Kane. And that's the broken construct. Yeah, it's a pretty looking thing. A little bit of gold, and an ancient forge. Before we use that, let's see if we've got any obvious candidates for upgrade. I'm thinking potentially the 2 boots. Let's just have a look at everyone's rings. Yeah, there's nothing that I'm massively enamored by. We could do her armor. Yeah, let's do Maeve's 2 armor. We gave it +1 armor and an enchantment slot. In terms of what we could put on the chest armor, regenerative oils, elemental aura, we've already got the resistance aura on the boot. Although it's called a resistance aura down there rather than the chest, which is called an elemental aura. So yeah, let's stick that on and she'll have both. They are different radiuses, so they should hopefully stack. And let's pull the switch. Elsewhere, one of those teleport discs has started working. The champions pull the lever, but nothing happens. It may be broken or operating something located elsewhere. The man, whose remains lie in this cave, apparently did not figure it out either. Well, to say we haven't figured it out is definitely not true. Just we're not nearby we can at least now push on. So we've done all of this area. We're going to have to head back out to the... In fact, we could probably just teleport back to the training supervisor. The champions placed the water crystal on the pedestal. Congratulations, students. You've retrieved the water crystal. You've reached the rank of novice. Removing the barrier to the air sector, please proceed. Air sector? Sounds pleasant. Yeah, who likes to walk in wet shoes? At least in the air sector we should be able to dry out. Hopefully the next sector is a little more accommodating. The Magi of old must have been powerful indeed if this place was merely a test to enter their tutelage. Ah, cool. We can get through each of these things that we've seen. Well, let's have a little wander across. Here's the first bit. Kelsia's crossbow. Reduces armor by 1 for 60 seconds upon each hit. Stacking for a maximum reduction of 60 armor. That's, I guess, if you can get your attacks per second up high enough. It's interesting. It is a one-handed crossbow. We'll hold on to it. I don't think we're likely to use it. And actually, let's dismantle these helmets because they would drop down our movement speed quite significantly. And we'll get rid of the gloves as well. I don't think we'll ever switch across to the buckler, but we'll keep it just in case. Because we do have that as a potential combination. Which would be more damage overall, but we would lose the stun. That's the main reason why we've not pushed for it. And there's definitely some things that we can clear out from here. If we were to switch across to this, we would lose 35 mana. And some attack speed. And we'd only gain a few resistances. I think we can probably get rid of the old maid shoes though. Because between the two of these, the featherweight war shoes of destruction are actually slightly better. But you know what? Let's put these on. Our mana goes up slightly, and so does our health. Our DPS goes down ever so slightly, probably because of the... It'll be because of the attack speed. That'll be why. So yeah, I guess they are slightly better. And we can stick an enchant on them. Okay. Dismantle these. And that'll do for faffing around with our equipment for the moment. The Ring of Freedom is still a possibility, but losing that large amount of health is quite the change. Although if we give it to someone who's already got a large amount of health, well, we'd lose 2 speed or 2 might, so maybe not. Okay, it's fine. We'll ignore it for right now. There was another barrier just before we go deep in that was over this way. that might have been opened up. Yes. Yes, this little travel disc. Which goes down to this little part. This might be just a different way in. But it seems to have gotten us here. That's sealed off. Let's go up the stairs and see what we can find. Lots of teleportation discs everywhere. One of our foes lay stricken. Where my people that we must aid him. You would heal your enemy only to kill them in combat? If honor requires, yes. Yep, we find peace and understanding follow compassion more often than they do conflict. Well, whatever it is you believe, I can't see how we can help him. Why, it's a druid, it's obvious. There's a piece missing from the middle of his breastplate. You have a keen eye, Rackham. Okay, we'll find what's missing and return it, I guess. Let's have a look at the note. Nature of Magic by Proteus, Volume 4. People from all races were consumed by this newly found omnipotence. The Great Dwarf Forges turned cold for the first time in eons. Why toil to mine and smelt metals when a fistful of soil could yield the purest adamantine in the hands of Omegas? Why engage in commerce when goods could be conjured from thin air in the twinkling of an eye? Frostlings started to terraform their ice plains into winter gardens, forgetting all else. Even elves, usually above any excitement, were enthralled by magic, wielding it to give life to their great forests. Only shadow people showed prudence concerning the power. They alone questioned its origins. And yeah, that just takes us back to where we were before. Well, let's push around the left. Oh, I saw some gold just hiding there. Grab that. A little bit more gold over here as well. I'm curious as to what that weird twisty thing is. Oh, we've been ambushed as they come running around to grab us. More golems. Let's fight them off.
May the light guide your path.
Okay, and I think we can do some easy freeing.
Acknowledged.
So straight on in.
I never miss.
Ready to serve, my lord. My lord? Sire,
Right. Everyone out of that horrible bit and over here.
my blade is yours to command. Sire,
Let's get a little bit of healing off. And now we can slow down a bit. Healing for everyone in the middle. And we will go for some spikes. And let's actually just charge in and deal with them. We'll get our friendly bow out. And we can get some extra shots off. I think we're probably in a pretty good place now.
my command.
Unleash hell.
At your service.
There is going to be a lot of them, but we've got plenty of time to
Right between the eyes.
take care of them.
On my way. Yes, my lord. For honor and glory.
Interesting, the burning from the fireball doesn't set up an area of
On my
effect.
way.
Shoot them.
Move a little bit closer, so we're always going to have them in range.
My blade It is yours to command.
Yeah, you can stay over there, Kane. It's going to be nice and
Onwards to
secure.
the fray. On my way. Yes, moving.
Let's get some more central healing.
Headed now.
Just for a second.
My lord.
I never miss. Coming.
Yes, sire.
Acknowledge. Yes, my
Kane is
lord.
an absolute tank. Stonking his way through. He's barely even having his health move. Just watching it down here, and it's going up as quickly as it's going down.
Onwards to the fray. Yes, my lord.
May the light guide your path. Will do.
Actually, you know what? Let's keep Kane over here.
Sire.
Shoot them.
Get some more explosions out. Get some more damage for everyone, and we'll get the Ents back as well. A little bit of healing for Rackham just to help him out. Kane is our stonking tank, though. Kane did so much damage in that. And in terms of damage received, damage mitigated 77%. Interesting new staff. The missing part found. Interesting. Let's head back. Let's see if we can. Oh, that's a living tornado. Let's see what it does. Magic manifests here as a fierce tornado. It must be a way that excess magic power is released. So, putting the bit back in the column. Who are you? Why do you help me? We're an honourable people. Helping the enemy in need is perhaps the greatest test of one's honour. How can you speak? No offence, but I thought you were all mindless killing machines. I do not know. I was made different somehow. I alone was able to question why we are here. The others sensed my difference and disabled me, and I have lain here since, pondering the meaning of my existence. I've known only these platforms and the void that surrounds them. Perhaps I should just rejoin my siblings. Brother, there is a whole world to be seen beyond this place. Truly. Then perhaps my destiny lies in this world you speak of. Before I leave, please accept this humble offering and thanks. We golems were built not only to attack, but also to strengthen each other. Ooh. Plus 10 air resistance. Let's give that to Rackham. Rackham doesn't yet have the same defensive capabilities that Kane has. So doing anything we can to strengthen him and keep him being nice and tanky, I think will be beneficial. Let's grab all this gold. We can move on to the next bit. Hey, we've got a chest. And it's not a mimic. It's anxiety, though. We don't like anxiety. Let's just go ahead and dismantle that straight away. No use to us at all. And it looks like we can't get over there from here, so we're going to have to go round this. I thought I saw more gold there for a second. There is, tucked away in that chest. Very sneaky. We're up to 590, so we could possibly do another level. What's this gong all about? A large gong. When your champions strike it, it only vibrates silently. I feel like that probably summoned something. Let's go this way. So we've got an up and a down. Up looks like it goes to a chest. Not a mimic. More anxiety, though. Definitely throw that away. Oh, we get a nice view from up here. That's very cool. Let's head back to the town very quickly, and we'll just see if we can. 700 it's going to cost. Not quite enough. A little bit more. Okay, well, this vantage point isn't really helping us. So let's push on. Looks like there's something down there, but I suspect the travel disc that was... Oh, there's another gong. A large gong. When your champions strike it, it vibrates silently. This does actually take us somewhere where we wanted to get to. Nature of Magic by Proteus, Volume 5. All research into new technologies has stopped. Great projects were abandoned and left to decay. Sun Farm, 1,000 giant receptacles made of metal and amberstone for collecting an immense amount of energy and converting it into electricity. A rail system spanning the entire land to allow for the quick and cheap transportation of people and cargo. Its once gleaming tracks are gradually being reclaimed by the creeping undergrowth. I've even read in the old books of groups seeking to send men to the moon in a giant skyship made of metal, powered by the sun. These things emerged from the genius and labours of generations, and we abandoned it all for castles in the sky. This looks like a nice fountain. Rackham, you can have this one. More air resistance. How are you doing on your air resistance? 18. That's pretty good. Now, where does the rest of this go? Robe of the Crazed Mage and an ancient chest. Aura of Flux decreases resistance to all elements of other champions by 30%. That's bad. But 80% skill power increase. So don't stand near the Crazed Mage. It's it's a mimic. Fine, we'll fight the mimic.
Yes, my lord.
Heru Amin.
Affirmative.
Oh, it's so cute. It's tiny.
Your wish is my command.
We'll just get out here and get ready for it.
Money.
Ready to serve, my lord.
I'm
Charge on in. We'll get a blast off.
Shoot them.
Money nada.
And we won't put... I suppose we can put healing out already, yeah. Let's do it there.
Uma de la. Yes, moving.
Yes.
You're doing fine in terms of your health, but our treant is getting a little bit injured. And this thing still has lots of health left. We could Blades of Justice it down, but I suspect
I never miss.
we'll be fine
Of
once
course.
we've got everyone
Money Marte.
properly engaged.
Sea Samin.
Sire?
Yes.
Just to make sure this thing constantly takes extra damage, we'll put another Hunter's Mark down. Get another Fireball on it as well. Get it all burning up.
At your service.
Big spikes. New boss stage.
Unleash hell.
What are you doing in this area? You shouldn't actually be
My
up
lord?
here. Can we blind it?
How may I help you?
I think it's going to die before it actually gets the chance to do anything. Yeah. Little bit sketchy. 200 gold though. That's definitely going to be enough for us to do another upgrade for Rackham. Back to the city, and then in the barracks, Rackham, go ahead and up to level 7. So with these 3, I think we'll go for more mastery, keep you really leaning into that artificer lifestyle. And you've got Acid Splash now. Okay. Sprays acid in a cone, corroding the armor of enemies. Decent armor reduction. Duration 30 seconds though. Which is more than the Fire Barrage. But costs significantly more mana to do. Yeah, we'll keep what we've got at the moment. Let's get the Fireball even bigger. More armor reduction on the hammers. Potentially upgrade the Blinding Flash, yeah. Not quite enough points for that. That's fine. That would only increase the length of it, and we don't really use it frequently, so I'm not worried about that. I do like the convenience of being able to go back and sort stuff out in town. I'm not sure if it really adds to the game having it as a town-based mechanic, but it's interesting enough. Hey! We found a lever to stop that barrier. Let's start our return journey. And we haven't actually been down there. And we haven't been down there. So that's the fire sector. Interesting. Magic barrier covered with lightning bolts, yeah. Well, we know where to go onwards in the future. The air altar. The air around you swirls and dances, ready to sing at the strike of a bell. And if the tune is melodious and pleasing, what boon will be granted? Who is to tell? What a beautiful poem. What's this? It must have something to do with those gongs, because I don't see any bells here. Maybe if we strike them in the correct order, we'll get the boon of that which the inscription speaks. Okay, that's one. Let's try the one that was this way next. And this one. Then this one. Okay, that's definitely the first. second. Maybe this one's the third. No. Back we go. We will check just in case we're allowed to do this one next. No, back to the start. One, two, three, and 4. Job done. Your party struck all 4 gongs in the correct order. The protective magic around the altar is removed, granting access to the air amulet. I do like the little extra challenges in the areas. Air amulet obtained, but we've still got more to do here because we still need to get the crystal. Now that bit is open up, which it wasn't before, but we can go down here, which we didn't explore previously. This place looks like an archaeological dig. Yet what would anyone be looking for here? Whatever it was, the amount of work done indicates that it must have been a very valuable thing. That's a nice bow. Not gonna lie. Nice bow. And we've got a lesser scroll here. Extra mana regen per second. Let's give that to Maeve. Right on the edges of the lava fall. A little bit of gold hiding away down in the bottom. This kind of goes back up on this side. And this looks like our actual test. A quivering wave distortion in a crudely human shape blocks your passage to the air crystal. The elemental is difficult to see, as if looking through pitted glass. If not for the lightning-like crackles discharging all around it, it might have gone completely unnoticed. This must be the final test for this part of the trials. In we go. Yeah, 25 armor, that's not too bad. Weak to earth, that's okay.
How may I help you?
Heru Amin.
There he is, on the
Moving
side.
into position.
Advancing. Mani.
Let's get our golems in place.
Yes.
Shoot them.
Aye, my lord.
We'll get a bit of fire out for good measure. Poor Rackham just doesn't have the mana capacity to do the kind of thing that he wants.
Yes, my lord.
Yes.
Mani Marte.
I'll wait a little moment to get healing out. That'll probably do.
Yes, moving.
Rackham's now getting back mana by hitting.
May the light guide your path.
New boss stage, but I think it's going to be a pretty moot point because he is going down quick.
My blade is yours to command.
A little bit of healing from our resident warrior just for the sake of it. Very nice. And there's the air crystal. Let's take that out. Champions pick a small air crystal. They can return to the training supervisor now. And there is The Nature of Magic by Proteus, Volume 6. It took real calamity to bring sense back to the people. A strange sickness started spreading among all races. People started to lose their senses one by one, consumed from within by the power. First, sight would be dimmed, then the ability to hear and touch. The insane ravings of the afflicted still ring in the minds of those of us who lived through those appalling times. Death started to be counted in the thousands, then in the tens of thousands. While magic could heal any injury or sickness, it turned out that this magic disease, as people started to call it, could not be cured. We still do not know why. The most credible hypothesis is that while magic can fight an external threat, such as a virus or bacteria, it cannot oppose itself. People savoured the sweet power for a brief moment, then realised too late its bitter aftertaste. We've got the champion trophy for Eternal Golems, and then some mana gloves, which are alright, not massively interesting though. And that's where we're going to have to finish off for this this episode. We're unfortunately out of time for today. Let's teleport back to the training supervisor, and we'll be ready to pick up next time. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you have, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of the Tower of Time. See you soon.